Welcome to Who's Up Next, a video podcast for journal junkies. I'm Sally.lee.bell, your host, and I will be interviewing one of our favorite artists. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's see who's up next.
Thank you. I'm really honored to be invited.
Oh, thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live and what you do.
I live in the middle of Sweden, and we have this time at the moment that is really hard. We are waiting for spring, but the snow keep falling on us.
I saw your video the other day where you got 11 inches new snow and you were trekking out to get more wood for your fireplace.
Yes. So we are still waiting for the spring, and that's a tough time at the moment. We have had a really hard winter with a lot of snow and not as usual, more snow and more cold days than usual.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
That's just the opposite here. That's interesting. Well, yeah, today's the first day of spring, so you're ready, I can tell.
Yes, absolutely. I want some sun now.
Yes, definitely. So, tell us about your family. Were you born and raised in Sweden?
Yes, I'm living at the same place where I was born. I have been living a few miles off, but come back again. So now I'm living at my grandfather's house.
Oh, wow.
I got them when he passed, so I inherited from my mother.
Oh my goodness!
So this is the really the home that I always have thought as is my home.
Wow, that's really something. That is really interesting.
So
is that typical?
This farm was built in the beginning of 1800. So
wow,
it's really old.
Wow, that's really something. Is that typical in Sweden? That you would?
Yes, in this part of Sweden.
Ah, interesting.
We have.
How far are you?
The name of the farm is often follow the people, so I have a farm name. So my name is Anneli Eriksson.
Oh, wow.
So Brend is the name of the farm.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I don't see that much in the United States.
No, it's very typical for this part of Sweden.
That's interesting. How far are you from Stockholm?
300 kilometers.
Oh.
So it takes me about 3 hours by car.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Do you go there often?
No.
No. Stay away from that city. Is it a pretty big city? I'm sure it is.
Yes, it's a beautiful city with a lot of water, but the people from Stockholm often come up to us because we live in the part where they are skiing. We have big mountains, and 70 kilometers from where I live, they have these big mountains, and they are always 30,000 people come up to get some skiing up here. So we have a lot of people in winter time.
Oh, kind of a little tourist area then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
So a lot of people from Stockholm is visiting us.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Now, I read this morning that Sweden has a lot of lakes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. One of our states is Minnesota has a lot of lakes. Well, that is fun. That'd be a
Yes,
place I'd like to go. My cousin just came back from Denmark, I believe. No, not Denmark. What's the
Norway,
country? Norway, Norway.
Norway.
And where they walk across that little skinny part? Is there
Yes,
a
yes,
walk that you, yeah. She said she wouldn't do it again, but it was interesting and fun.
yes. It's really, really beautiful up in
Yeah.
Norway.
Wow, that's fun.
I live
Oh,
actually not so far from the border to Norway.
oh, okay. Interesting. I'll have to look
Yes,
that up. You'll have to
yes,
spell it for me later.
yes,
Okay, let's talk about journaling.
yes.
Well, first off, I wanted to tell everyone, go to Anneli's YouTube, Anneli's Journaling, and check out something she posted just the other day about her 11 inches of new snow. And you can see her house and her little fireplace, and in the background where she is now, that's her kitchen, and wallpaper, she said. So it's so much different than where we live, and really fun, really fun. Okay, so when did you start journaling, Anneli?
I actually started journaling about 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And
You're way ahead of me.
it started actually with me being sick. I was getting a muscle disease.
I'm
And
sorry. I didn't understand you.
I got a muscle disease,
Oh, okay.
uh,
Wow.
fibromyalgia.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
goodness.
I have aching body all the time. So it's a bit like when you have been training a lot and you have this
Wow.
aching muscles.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And
So
journaling probably helps.
oh yes, it
Right.
was because of that I started with journaling.
Uh-huh.
I started with actually with art journaling because it was a way of relaxing for me when I had my aching body.
Wow.
So I started with doing a diary by
Uh-huh.
putting in pictures, painting, and do it more like a art journal. Even if
Great.
I didn't know it was the name of it
Right.
then.
Right. That's great. Wow, 20 years. That's fascinating.
Yes,
Now,
2001. 2001 was the first time I started.
wow. And has your style really evolved?
Yes.
Changed? Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely love your style, by the way. It's beyond beautiful. It's really gorgeous. um,
I guess I have a lot of my inheritance with me, with all this
oh,
old stuff I have found in my farm and the history behind
oh,
it.
oh, that's fun. There's a lot of history there too. You guys have been around. Sweden's been around for a long time.
Yes,
Hmm.
it was actually my grandfather's mother. She got to work in this on this farm,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't get any kids of their own. The couple that owned it. So my grandfather's mother inherits this farm.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Ooh, it
So
gives me
actually,
goosebumps.
the first journal I made was when I started to do ordinary or this kind of journals that we do today. The first journal I did was about this farm, and
Oh.
I took copies of old documents that I did put in the journal.
Oh, wow. Have you posted that one?
I actually have sold it to the United States. That was the first. That was the start of my journey as selling things. It was a lady that was she had heritage from Sweden, and when she saw all these old documents from Sweden,
Oh,
she asked if she could buy it.
oh.
So
Do you,
that was my first
yeah.
way of selling a journal.
Wow. That's interesting. That's fun, though. But do you have any regrets?
No, it was copies, so I could do another one for
Oh,
myself
good.
later
Okay.
on.
Good, good.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so is journaling your business or your hobby? At this point, it's your business, right?
It's my hobby. actually. I have a day work. So,
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes.
All
But
right.
as I have my illness, I just work half days.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I work on a company that is helping other people with shoveling snow, cutting lawns, and cleaning and things like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I am the one that is on the phone with them. So
Oh,
I'm in the reception and taking
okay.
orders from people that want help.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad job at all.
So I'm kind of used to talking the phone, at least.
Right. You are doing well. I was hoping I wouldn't get someone in an interview, I haven't so far, that says yes, no, and I'm thinking, what am I going to say? So far, so good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Now, on your Etsy store, we're going to list all her social media contacts and everything below, but in your Etsy store, you have beautiful journals for sale and a lot of other good stuff too. I want it all, by the way. And you have classes for sale.
Yes.
And in fact, we've got to talk after because I want to sign up for at least one, and I'm maybe two. But that eco dyeing class looks really good. And then the latest one you have for the journal with the buckle. Oh,
Yes.
Gorgeous. People, you need to check them out. They're great. And you sell a lot of journals on Etsy, or sometimes they don't even make it to Etsy, right?
Yes, they are popular. So
Yeah.
I have stopped to have any kind of lists because it makes me stressed. So I'm making them and then I'm showing them. And if someone is interested, they can just contact me.
Right.
I can't. I'm that kind of person that I can't do expectations that people want. They want a yellow one, or they want with horses, or they want something
Right.
with.
You don't do that.
No.
No, I don't either.
I'm-
That's too nerve-wracking for me.
Yes. That makes me feel that I need to accomplish something that I maybe don't.
Exactly. Yeah, and you may not like their style or anything, or you get it done and they may not like it. I don't know. That just puts more pressure on, I think.
Yes, and it's I need to have that kind of freedom to do it from my heart and soul. I can't do things that
Gotcha.
I feel that isn't okay for me.
I understand completely. Okay, let's talk about where you get some of your ephemera without giving away your secrets. I know we all have our own secret little places we go, but you must have, you must be able to get a lot of old antique stuff there in Sweden, right?
I am one of the most luckiest ladies, I think, because I'm I'm almost alone making it around here.
Uh-huh.
So people actually call me and ask me if I want their old stuff.
Oh, wow. And of course you say, yes, I'll be there in a minute.
Yes, I was having a phone call last year from a lady. Her father owned a factory,
Oh,
and she asked if I want to, if I wanted to come and look it out before they sold it, because they was selling the property and they was going to throw everything away.
what kind of things did they have?
I came home with 3 big box of buttons.
Oh,
It was old, this paper that you cut out for making clothes. The pattern for jackets or trousers.
Gotcha.
So the old
Wow.
papers that they used.
Oh my gosh.
And all kind of buckles and metal pieces for belts and
Oh,
so
wow.
kind
That-
of
you are
really,
lucky.
really big boxes.
You are a lucky lady. That is interesting. That is so much fun. Oh, I think I'd have a heart attack. I don't know what I'd do. I'd be there like, with my tongue hanging out like, yes, yes, back up the truck.
Yes,
Wow.
I needed actually to say no to most of it because it was too much to even consider.
Couldn't fit it in your house.
No, no.
Wow.
It was
Oh,
a
that
really
is so exciting.
big factory where they had about 50 sewing machines. So you can just think about how much material they had.
Wow.
So
Did you
I
get any of that? Did they have like laces and that sort of thing, or?
no, sadly not.
Mm.
But we have a couple of thrift stores and a big, what should we call it, auction house, where people can bring their things and you can go and buy it.
Gotcha. Kind of like
So
we would call it like a Goodwill or a used.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. That's fun. Yeah, how about, do you buy much? Or do you have enough to last you forever? Or do you have to buy much
I
online?
need to buy things because I have a lot of things, but it's kind of 20 liters of brown buttons. You don't always like brown buttons.
Right. Gotcha.
And
I
I
mean,
actually have started using a lot of digitals. So
oh
I
yeah.
buy other people's digitals.
Yes, that can get pretty addicting, can't it?
Yes. I'm not so good at digitaling things, so I have done a few, but it's so much work, much more than people realize to do these kind of digital papers. So
I agree. In fact, that was one of my questions. Do you do digitals? I don't think I saw any on your Etsy. Well, your eco guys were,
yes.
yeah, those were digitized, but
So
yeah,
I have been on my way to get some help for doing that because I have so much beautiful old stuff.
yeah.
So I have a relative that I been on my way to ask him for a long time now if he can help me to do this because I want to share all my old papers.
I know. Yeah, I have tried making digitals, and like you say, it's really time consuming, and it's another rabbit hole that I don't think I need to go down. At the present time, I'm just gonna
No,
leave it for now and do something else.
Chris.
It's
Yes,
tough,
yes.
time consuming.
I don't like computers and I seem that they work against me. So I have a bit of a problem with them. And as I don't have that interest, it feels
Right.
like I don't like
And you're
that.
right. You're kind of beating your head against the wall if you don't really like it or enjoy it. I think it's more of a job than a fun, you know. So that's not what I want to do with my life. Okay, so let's talk about your style, which I believe is just, I describe it as just beyond beautiful. It's you definitely have your own style. And
Thank you.
how would you describe your style?
I actually don't know. I don't feel I have a style, but
Oh,
I guess it's my style. It's
yeah,
just coming to me.
yeah. It's just the Anneli style.
Yes,
Yeah, I guess our styles really reflect our personality. Would you say that?
I guess that's right. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You
kind
have
of that person that do I try to do everything with precisions, and I like these journals when people just can throw things together and do a book, and
yeah,
I have very hard time doing that. I
right.
want to do it properly and I want to sew it properly, and
You're kind of a perfectionist.
sometimes yes, in
Yeah.
this case of the journals, that's why it took me a long time before I started selling journals, because I didn't think they were good enough.
Oh, well,
I
they're
thought
beautiful.
in some way you know how it is when you have done something, painted something, and you don't think it's just mine. It's not that special.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand that with your stuff because it's gorgeous. Oh, let's see. What else do I have for you? What's your favorite theme for a journal? Nature, holidays. What's your favorite type of journal to do?
Uh, it actually is different at different times. This time when spring is coming, it's nature, because I love nature, and I often go with my little caravan trailer and stay out in nature for a few days and paint and pick stuff for eco dyeing, and so I love that kind of nature themes.
I'm getting sun on my face, and I don't know quite how to fix that. Um, yes, I was looking at your cigar box journal this morning with all that eco dye stuff, and that is just over the top. I mean, I've seen eco dye and I've done it, but it's really really pretty. And of course, that whole journal was all real nature oriented, and that I'd say that's probably my favorite. I like to do holiday journals too, but I guess you could just draw so much from nature,
Yes.
you know. So
So, and I get kind of ideas from things I see, like that cigar box. Right away, I saw that that was the perfect cover for a journal. And then I
right.
often do kind of wedding journals for people that are going to get married. So I do
Oh.
it like a guest book, and
Uh-huh.
they can put
Oh.
their pictures in it, and pieces from the wedding dress, and dried flowers from the bouquet.
Oh, wow.
So I have
That's
done a few of
fun.
these. So that's
Yeah.
something that is a bit popular here
Oh,
in my
interesting.
town. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds gorgeous.
And also books for those that are turning 50 and they want a memory book
Wow.
for their birthday or something like that.
Yeah.
I have even
Yeah.
done a horse book for a lady that have a horse that she loved, and she wanted
Oh.
to save things and memories about the horse.
Oh, that's great. I guess you could do it about anything. Those are some
Yes,
really good ideas. I love the wedding journal idea.
yes,
That's with the laces from the wedding dress and flowers. That's interesting. That's really
yes.
pretty. Um, oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Where do you post on social media?
I have YouTube. That is my main way
Right.
of showing things, because I like to do tutorials to make more people like this journaling making or journaling thing.
Right.
So I like to do the recordings and try to do tutorials to make more people enjoy this.
Right.
And
Right.
then I have Instagram
Okay.
and Pinterest.
Oh, I'll have
I
to follow
have
you there.
so that's it. I have had a Facebook group earlier because I had a store with shark paint,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
that kind of floated together with the journaling.
right.
But
Okay.
then the journaling took over when I sold my store. So
Uh-huh.
then I didn't get to do a new Facebook group about it. So I
Gotcha.
haven't done that yet.
Facebook's not my favorite place to post for some reason. I don't know what it is, but um,
I think
yeah,
it's
I
too
don't.
big. I feel like it's big and not so personal
Right. I guess that's it.
in some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. We will list all of Anneli's social media and where you can contact her and everything. We'll list it down below when we're done with the podcast. How often do you post? And do you post like a certain day a week, or do you have a schedule that you follow?
No, I don't. It's the same thing there. There can be days where I don't feel like doing anything about journaling, and then it will be bad, and it's no reason to post it.
Right. Right.
So I
There.
actually try to at least post maybe 3 times a week.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah. I
sometimes,
noticed I see your stuff a lot. I'm always thinking, how does this woman do this? It's hard for me. It's hard for me to post that often, I guess. I have to pace around and think about things. But you seem to be, you're good.
I have no
Good.
kids, and
Okay.
I have just a dog and a fiancé that not lives in my house. So I have a lot of my own time to
Right.
do things like this.
Yeah, you have the little white dog. He was in the video.
Yes, my little Nico.
Aw.
He's
Yeah, he
a
keeps you company.
poodle.
Uh-huh. Little poodle. He wasn't very big, was he?
No, he's it's the second size of 4. So it's not the smallest one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's about 32 centimeters high.
Wow. Yeah, he's a cutie.
Yes.
I love a dog. I love a dog to keep you company. They're the best.
Yes, and he's so clever, and I'm talking to him all the time, and I'm saying that people should hear us having our discussions, and he's answering me in his way.
If we could be a fly on the wall, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when you started posting on on YouTube, was it scary at first?
Yes, and it's still scary to look at old recordings because they are not good, and my English isn't my first language, so I'm still struggling to find words, and kind of like this when I need to find the words quickly. I still struggle, and but it has become a lot better than the first ones.
I know.
But everyone is so kind, and they say, you are so good in your English, and you can always explain the word that you don't recall at the moment.
Right.
So
It's fun to listen to you because, it's because of that. I enjoy it. We have such a big journaling community on YouTube that that's one reason I started this podcast, is because it's fun for me, and I hope our audience, to get to know you.
Yes.
Virtually, I guess, one-on-one. And I think it's going to be fun. I'm having fun just emailing back and forth and getting to know you. With the directions to how to get into the studio or whatever. I am hoping we build kind of a little community out there.
I have already felt that, and I have got a lot of friends in Australia, USA, and even Japan. So it's even if I have never seen them and just talked over the phone or by the computer, I really feel that you get that feeling of it's a friend forever.
Right, I know. I think most journalers are just great people.
Yes.
I mean, I think, and we have that one thing in common that kind of ties the thread together, and it's really been fun for me, I will have to say.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this. Who inspires you? Where do you get your inspiration from? Who and what? And we already talked about nature, and also, who do you follow on YouTube that are your kind of go-tos that, I can't miss her latest? Or do you have anyone like that you follow?
Yes, I have Heather on Ruby and Pearl XO. She's one of my absolute favorite.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too. I want to get her on the program.
Yes.
Yes. Doesn't she do fun stuff? Her style is very unique.
Yes. And but there are a lot of ladies that are absolutely amazing out there.
Yes, I agree.
And I guess that's why you always feel that you can always find something that is amazing when you go out on YouTube. And sometimes I just find these ladies that are maybe having 100 followers or something like that.
Right.
And I'm just so amazed why they have thousands of followers, because they are so amazing.
Exactly. I'm with you. In fact, I've invited some of the people that don't have a whole lot of followers to come on the podcast, because I think it can boost their following, and that will be really fun too.
Yes.
You know, to see their channel grow.
Yes.
So yeah, there's some really talented people out there for sure.
Oh yes. And it's a bit sad that it's this kind of YouTube rules that makes this so hard to grow, because you fall down on the line of when the bigger ones go posting things and the small one isn't seen.
I agree, and I don't understand all that algorithm stuff and
No.
everything, but you know, I guess I should study it. But
yes, and
yeah,
I guess I have noticed when I post more often, I can also see that I'm growing. So
right.
I guess that is something that has to do with how active you are.
I think so. They say consistency is
Yes.
The key. But, you know, life gets in the way sometimes too. If I want to post every Friday, it's like, you know, oh, okay, I planned to, but life got in the way today, and
Yes.
I didn't make it, you know?
It isn't
But-
always, it's not my goal to get a lot of followers or something like that. I just want to inspire, and I want to be helpful and get friends.
Yeah, well, you definitely are, for sure. You have your style. What other crafts do you do? I know you watercolor, because you have a lot of that in your journals, and I've seen some of your watercolors in your Etsy store, and those are very beautiful. So do you do a lot of that, or mostly just in your journals, or?
I have a YouTube channel that I have started just recently, just because to make myself work more, because watercoloring is more about you need to do it all the time. So if it's falling away when you don't paint all the time. So I can feel that just in that order to drive myself to paint a bit more, I started this channel too, so I can concentrate on the painting there.
You are one busy lady. We'll have to list that below too. Yeah, that's really fun. Yeah, you're very talented, Anneli. I've been going to do one of your journals, and you know, you show us how to watercolor and everything, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to try this, but first I have to be able to draw the little leaves and everything that she watercolors.
You can always use other people's pictures and draw after it, and then fill it up with your colors.
Okay.
It's totally okay.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
don't
good.
need to draw it yourself.
I think I would enjoy watercoloring, but there again, you know, it's hard to find the time for me. I don't know what I do with my time. I think I do my research on YouTube a lot, way too much.
Yes, that's inspiring, at least.
Right. I always think of what I'm going to do, but I never quite get it done. Well, let's just play some games. If money wasn't an option, what would you do every day?
I guess what I'm doing now.
That's a good answer. I think my answer would be the same.
I actually like my life. I maybe should move to a warmer country.
Okay. Hawaii?
Maybe Spain or something like that. That it's not too hot, but my condition with my muscles is best when it's in the middle of everything. Not too hot,
Oh,
not
okay.
too cold, not too
Right.
much, not too small. I need to move, but I can't do certain things, and this cold is not good for me and my body. So moving to a warmer country would be nice.
That would be something. Oh, you
Yes,
can
I
move on.
could consider that if I don't need to work for my money.
Right, right. I know what you mean.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you want to play a lightning round?
What did you say?
Do you want to play a quick lightning round with me?
Yes, we can try.
Okay. All right, I'll ask you questions. You have to answer.
Yes.
Okay, tea dye or coffee dye?
Coffee dye?
Coffee dye. Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon?
Okay. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate?
Ooh, so far, you're just
But
right
but
down.
but I really like vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah, I know. That's not a fair one. PC or Mac?
Mac?
Paris or London?
Paris?
Fabri-Tac or art glitter glue?
None?
None? What do you use? You use PVA?
No, I use bookbinding glue.
Oh, okay. Does it grab right away?
Not right away, and it's a bit like rubber when you have used it. So it sticks really well, but you can still move it a little bit. You know, a book it can't be totally stiff. It needs to
Right.
have, so it's a little like rubber or silicone,
Right.
and
Interesting.
it's really strong, so the paper will break before you get it, or the textile. So it's
Oh,
strong, and it's really nice to use, and it's transparent.
it's what?
Transparent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm going to check that out. Is it
that's
just called book binding glue?
yes, they
Okay.
use it when they put books together.
Right, right. Interesting. Ooh, I learned something.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Knit or crochet?
Net.
Knit. Cats or dogs? Well, we know that answer.
I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, are you? So you have your little poodle dog.
Yes.
Okay, so is there one question that you wished I would have asked? And how, if so, how would you have answered it?
That was a tough one. I think we have got it all, actually.
Okay.
I don't think...
Anything you would like to tell our audience?
try journaling.
Yeah.
And try to make your own journals, because that's a really special feeling when you have put your journal together and you can really feel that you got it the way you want, and you didn't have to think so much about going and get something special. You can make it yourself. Don't be afraid to try.
It's good advice. Good. I like that. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming, Anneli, all the
Thank
way
you.
from Sweden.
Thank you.
It was really fun talking to you. We'll list everything that she's talked about below, and I definitely want to tell our audience to go check out Anneli's stuff, because she does beautiful, beautiful things. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your friends, and don't forget to comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks.